Once built, this is what the ranch looked like. Sprawling gardens in the New Mexico desert, an airplane landing strip, corrals and stables for livestock, and homes for ranch workers. It also had a shooting range and this antique train car. Inside, there was a swimming pool, large garage, and elaborate office. These are the blueprints. Some of these are photos from the inside that were provided to this man.
You could see that it wasn't a normal residence. 33,333 square feet. You would expect 15, 20 bedrooms, a palace, and it wasn't. The layout of that place wasn't that at all.
Eddie Aragon is a radio talk show host.
Epstein Ranch.
He started talking about Epstein nearly daily on his show shortly after the billionaire was arrested in 2019.
I had been interested in the Jeffrey Epstein Zorro Ranch stuff way before, because a lot of people had called in, had sort of citizen informants, citizen journalists who had been feeding me information.
Today, Aragon believes the informants were actually people who worked at the ranch. They supplied him videos, photos, and pictures of the inside.
I think it's something that should be disseminated everywhere so that people can actually get a background of what was taking place in terms of sort of the celebrations.
Once Epstein's crimes were exposed, Garcia Richard took action. She has these souvenirs in her office.
Did you take this down in 2019?
It's in 2019.
So this has been sitting here this whole time.
So why did you choose to end the lease agreement in the first place?
From the moment that we discovered that we had that lease, we did not want it to continue in any means.
Garcia Richard is now wanting more action after learning about this email that was sent to Aragon back in 2019.
It looked very legitimate, and as you can see now, everyone feels it's very legitimate.
The email says, quote, "Did you know, somewhere in the hills outside of Zorro Ranch, 2 foreign girls were buried on orders of Jeffrey and Madam G. Both died by strangulation during rough fetish sex." It also wanted Aragon to give the sender 1 Bitcoin for videos.
I immediately sent it over to the FBI. There was no response to the FBI, from the FBI.
Aragon says he doesn't believe anyone ever looked into the email.
To think that law enforcement or authorities wouldn't have done anything about it is really the disturbing part. That should disturb everybody.
Because of that email, Garcia Richard asked Attorney General Raul Torres to investigate. Earlier this month, Torres conducted a search of the property with the new owner's permission.
Do you believe that there are bodies buried out there on Zorro Ranch's property?
I actually don't want to let myself believe what could potentially be found on the land. But I do think that there are local folks that have knowledge that we have just not followed up with, we have not taken advantage of.
Torres' office launched an investigation.
I hope that New Mexicans can finally have answers for what occurred on their public land. I hope that families of victims and survivors finally get answers.